Hi friends, welcome back to Table Full of Joy. I'm Cheryl, and tonight we've got church, so we're trying to get something in the oven real quick for dinner. Hubby just got home, so we need to get this in there. We're gonna do a classic recipe. It's kind of a 70s thing, but we're doing casserole style, chicken cordon bleu. It's that tasty chicken with the ham and the cheese and that tasty mustard sauce, but this is an all-in-one dish. We're gonna try something new. I haven't tried these before. This is Barilla veggie pasta. It's a rotini. This is made with zucchini and spinach, so you're getting some extra vegetables in your pasta. So we've got some water that just came to a boil. We're going to put a little bit of our Redmond's real salt in here. We've got about a cup and a half of our veggie pasta. We're going to put that in there, give it a stir, and we're just going to leave that alone until it gets tender. On our skillet over here, I cooked these chicken breasts in chicken broth, or better than bouillon stuff that we use. So it's all shredded up and ready to go. I saved the broth over here. I strained it because there's all these little white bits that come off the chicken. It's just not gonna make a very pretty sauce. So we're just gonna toss that stuff in the garbage, not worry about it. Then in our skillet, we've got some butter and some chicken broth that's gonna heat up. That's gonna be our sauce. We're gonna put in some Dijon mustard and some heavy cream, and then we're gonna put in some Monterey Jack cheese, and we're gonna let that become a nice, rich, creamy sauce. Then we're gonna put our chicken, our diced ham, our pasta in our casserole. We're gonna toss everything together with our cheesy sauce. It's gonna go in the oven and bake. This one typically has breadcrumbs on top. I'm gonna skip that tonight because we're trying to watch our carbs. We've had a few potatoes and other things this week, so since we're having a little bit of pasta tonight, I'm gonna skip the breadcrumbs on top. I don't think we need it. But this pasta it's pretty high. It's, let's see. So it is 41 grams of carbs, which is pretty high. But I haven't had a ton to eat today, so I think I'm okay. That's gonna keep me still under, kind of what my goal is per day. So I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of grace tonight and go ahead and eat it. That's part of the reason why I'm skipping the breadcrumbs. Sure, it makes it tasty, but do you need it? Not really. You can get by without it. So our liquid is coming up to a boil over here with our butter. As soon as this comes to a full simmer, we're gonna start adding in our Dijon mustard and our cream, and probably some salt and some pepper and a few other seasonings that we need to put in it. I'm using something else that is pretty interesting. I found this company at our local home show last year. This place is out of Beaverton, Oregon, which is just a couple of hours up north from me, and they make all of these amazing spices. I will leave a link for their company in the description, but I'm gonna use their creamy garlic one tonight, and we're gonna add this to our sauce in our skillet. They have one for all kinds of stuff. You can make tartar sauce, you can have spinach dip, they have ranch ones, they have all veggie ones, they have a roasted pepper and garlic one. They have a whole bunch of different ones that you can shop for. They'll ship it to you, or if you live here in Oregon or California or Washington, I think they do the same home show. It just travels up and down I-5. If you go to the home show and Kimbo is there, you can grab some stuff from them. They love it. As you can see, Shasta is in the kitchen. She smells something tasty, so she's ready to see what we're doing in here. So we're gonna get our sauce started while our pasta's cooking. We wanna have everything timed so that everything is coming together at the same time. It's gonna go in the oven. It's only gonna bake for about 20-25 minutes, and then we're gonna have dinner on the table. We're gonna eat so we can get out of here, get to church on time. Our stock and our butter has come to a nice rolling boil. So we're gonna turn the heat down just a little bit because we don't want to lose all of our liquid while we're making our sauce. So we're gonna put in our half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Use our broth to clean off our measuring spoon. And then we're gonna add in a little bit of our Kimbo's creamy garlic sauce mix. We're gonna put a little bit of this in here. We're gonna whisk this around. We're gonna use probably, I'm gonna say half of this bag that came. I'm gonna save my little top that I have here, and I'm gonna restaple this on. So when I put this piece away, I'm gonna know what's in it, because there's nothing on the plastic that tells you what spice is in there. And I need to make sure I know what spice I have, so I know what to use it for. All right, so we have our creamy garlic seasoning in here with our butter and our broth. We're gonna add in some heavy cream. And this is what's going to make our creamy sauce, which, like I said, this is a super fast, super easy recipe. A little bit more. And I don't know what the salt level is on that Kimos, so we are gonna give it a taste once we get everything mixed in. And I'll know if I need to add more salt to it. Our pasta's cooking. I am gonna cook my pasta just shy of al dente. It says on the box that I think it takes 10, what does it say? 7 minutes. So we're only gonna cook it for about 4 minutes, because it's gonna go in the oven, it's gonna finish cooking. And if you cook your pasta all the way done and then put it in the oven, it's gonna be overdone, it's gonna be mushy, and it's gonna be gross. All right, so while this comes back up to a boil, kind of, or a simmer, because we just put cold cream in there, I'm gonna grab our pepper. We're gonna put some fresh cracked black pepper in here. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a stir. And we're gonna grab a spoon, we're gonna taste this real quick, because I wanna see where we're at with our seasoning. Do we need to add anything? Oh wow, that is super good. That Dijon with the garlic really, really comes through. That's gonna be super good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put our cheese in. I have 3 slices. I wasn't gonna go buy a brick of Monterey Jack. We don't use it very often. So I just have some sliced Monterey, and I'm just gonna break this into pieces. Sometimes you have to make do with what you've got, and you don't want to go spend money and buy more ingredients, especially if it's an ingredient that you don't use a whole lot. There's really no point in doing that. So if you've already got sliced Monterey Jack cheese from something else, just use it. If you don't have Monterey Jack cheese and you have mozzarella on hand, use that. Don't go buy something special unless you absolutely have to, or unless you want to buy it and you intend to use it again, because buy specialty things. If you're going to use it one time, it's going to probably sit in your refrigerator and go bad, and that's just a waste of money. So I already have this sliced Monterey Jack. I'm going to use it. We're going to mix our cheese in. I think we're going to reduce our heat back down now because it's come up to a simmer. We're going to stir our cheese in, and I think I'm actually going to mix everything together in this skillet, and then I'm going to add it to our casserole. Or I think I'm going to save dishes and I'm going to cook everything in the oven right in this cast iron skillet. I think that's going to work out better. At least for me it is. Because then it's one less dish I have to worry. I don't want to have to take it out of this and have to wash this and then wash a casserole dish. So when you're short on time, you find whatever little shortcuts you can to make it work. All right, so we're going to grab our chicken. We have our chicken here. We may not need all of this. We're going to see how much we can get in here without it being super, super full, because we still need to leave room to have some pasta in here and some ham, and then some more cheese up on top. So if we don't use all of this, it's not going to go to waste. We will use it for a recipe later this week or this weekend, or it'll go in the freezer or something, but we'll definitely use it at some point. I'm going to add just a little bit more. I don't want to get this too heavy with chicken, but I think that's going to be enough right there. So let's give this a stir into our sauce. I think our pasta is just about done. So we're going to stir this around. We've got our ham. This is just ham, sliced ham lunch meat. I'm not going to go buy a special chunk of ham to make this dish. There's really no point when I've already got ham sliced in the fridge for sandwiches or whatever, I'm just going to use that because, like I said, we're trying to not have to go buy specialty things to make something. We're trying to use what we have in the fridge, what we have in the pantry. So we're trying to be mindful of that. So we're just going to use 4 slices of our ham lunch meat, and we're just going to tear this up, and we're going to fold this in. Last thing we need to put in is we need to put our pasta in, and then we've got 2 more pieces of sliced Monterey Jack cheese. That's the last of the cheese that I have, the last of the Monterey Jack. So we're going to take those last 2 pieces, we're going to tear them into chunks so that we can evenly distribute them across the top of this casserole or this cast iron dish, and we can put this in the oven, and we'll end up with that nice cheesy sauce on top, cheesy sauce inside and cheesy on the outside. All right, let's grab our well, I have a pasta strainer somewhere, but we're just going to use this. This is another one of those things where you're using what you have in the pantry and the fridge, and you're using what you have as far as utensils go. We're going to turn the heat off on our sauce because our pasta is ready. We're going to toss this in here. If there's a little bit of pasta water still stuck to your noodles, it's not a big deal. Pasta water actually acts as a thickening agent because of the starch in the pasta. So a lot of times if you are making a sauce and you need to add some liquid to it, it's good to add pasta water to it because it still has all of the starches from the pasta when you cooked it. So as you can see, this literally came together in what, 10 minutes? It didn't take that long. The chicken was already cooked. I did that while I was doing some other things today in the kitchen. I just grabbed a couple of chicken breasts. They were still frozen from the freezer. I just took those and I stuck those in a pan, frozen with a little bit of chicken stock, which was our better than bouillon. And I think I'm going to actually add a little more cream to this because it's not quite creamy enough. So I think we're going to add the rest of this carton. We're just going to get rid of this. So we're using up the rest of our ingredients. So we're just going to give this a quick little stir, get our chicken and our noodles and our ham all mixed in together. Kind of spread things out if you can, so that when you cut this or when you scoop this out tonight for dinner, that you're going to get a little bit of everything in a bite. You're going to have a little bit of pasta, a little bit of ham, a little bit of chicken, some of your cheese sauce. Okay, we're going to grab our last 2 pieces of cheese that we have. Since we're using a bigger dish than I had planned, we're just going to tear these into strips. We're going to put this right on top so that we get some coverage all over. Doesn't have to be perfect. This cheese is going to melt and it's going to be perfect. I love chicken cordon bleu. It's one of my favorite things. But if you want something super easy, super quick, that's going to feed your family really fast, this is it. So we're going to put this in our oven. It's going to bake for about probably 15-20 minutes, maybe just a hair bit longer, until all the cheese is melted, everything is bubbly, and then we're ready to eat. All right, our cordon bleu casserole is done. I can smell it. It smells so good. It's been about 15 minutes since we stuck this in the oven. Oh, our sauce smells good. Our pasta's done. And this is gonna be super tasty. I'm excited to eat this. Excited this was a super easy and quick meal that we got to make. We're gonna be able to eat dinner, get ready, and be at church on time and not be late, which I'm excited about. So we're gonna sit down and dish this up and have some. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in the kitchen tonight as we made a really quick dinner before we head out for church. If you guys like this video or you found some value in it, please give it a like, and please share this with your family and friends if you know anybody that would find value in this recipe or they'd like this kind of thing. I want to thank you guys so much for all your support and all your love and encouragement that you guys give me. If you like this recipe, or if there's a recipe similar to this that you guys like, leave it in the comments for me, because I am looking for more recipes to make. So if you guys have some favorites, please share them with me, because I love trying new recipes. That's what I love doing in my kitchen, is trying new things all the time. So again, it just means a lot to me that you guys continue to support me and support my channel. And so when you do support me by subscribing, hitting the notification bell, or liking my videos, that helps me out a ton. And sharing, don't forget to share everything, share all the videos. So you guys have a great night, and we will see you back in the kitchen tomorrow, and God bless.